In this tutorial, I'll show you how to create a WordPress website using React.js. You can create as many sections as you wish, and this section will be fully editable via the admin panel. You can change text, you can change images, you can change, I think, any elements of your pages, and all these changes will be made using React.js. My name is Maxim Marko. Let's create some React.js stuff. Let's create some Gutenberg block. So first of all, we need to set up a development environment. In this video, I will be using Cursor to increase my development speed and to make this video a bit shorter. And I will be using Docker and WP env development environment. So we need to create a folder on our PC and create only one file. Add this information. This information is about our WordPress environment, the folder that we need here, the theme that we'll be using by default on WordPress. I will be using the 2025 theme. And also some configuration to display errors if we have some. Also, before all of this, we need to have Docker installed on our PC and also Node.js. After that we prepared our folder, we need to go to official WordPress WP env environment guide, and here we can find some commands that help us to run our environment. As you can see, we have three main commands, and the first one, we need to enter our folder. I already here. The next one is we need to set up WordPress env globally, and the second one is we need to start our development environment. So I made these two steps before, and at the moment I need to only run this command here, and WP env will download all necessary files, will set up a database and make lots of stuff for us before we start working. While it is installing, we can wait, obviously, but I think it will be a very long process. So to save some time, I'm going to generate new starter WordPress plugin starter kit. I need to go to this website and scroll a bit down, and here there is a form that helps us create new WordPress plugin starter kit. Let's name it some way, ReactPress Maker. I know it's a bit silly name, but you can name this plugin, your plugin, any way you wish. So let's continue. The next is I need to set my name, the plugin URL. At the moment I can place any URL. You can change this URL in the future. Author name, author URL, and obviously email. After we set all these fields, we can simply click generate plugin button, waiting several seconds until all the folders and files will be generated for us, and click download plugin button. After this, we can save our WordPress plugin starter kit to our desktop here. Let's see what we have in our environment. It's still downloading, and we need to wait I think several minutes before all the stuff will be set here. And after this is set, I continue. Finally, our environment is ready, and we can go to localhost URL to see our website. By the way, we can close this window. We won't be using this website anymore. And here is our website. Go back to WordPress environment and find some login credentials. And here you can see that login is admin. Okay, we need to type wp admin to get the login page and paste admin and also paste password. After we're done with the credentials, we will get the WordPress admin panel. Next, go to plugins, and after the page will be loading, we have the page where our plugins will be stored. Next, here we have our folder with our project. And as we mentioned is in our WP env file, we have this WP content folder. Here we need to create new one folder and name it plugins. Open this folder and go to our desktop. Here is our downloaded zip archive, and we need to drag and drop this plugin, unzip this plugin to plugins folder. Let's do it. Great. After this we can close this window. So then next we can go back to our admin panel and refresh the page. After we refresh the page, we get our plugin here. But don't click activate plugin button right now, because we need to make one more step before do it. So go here, go open the plugins folder, and we need to open terminal inside this folder. Great. After we open the terminal, we need to run one more command. This command will generate auto-loading files that will help us use namespacing, external libraries, etc. For PHP. And after this, we can activate this plugin. Waiting several seconds, and yes, as you can see, the plugin is activated. We have the WPPG Next features here, and that means it's working well. Great. After that, we can move to our JS environment. So what we have under the hood in the React WordPress Maker plugin. First of all, we have lots of files and folders, and we don't need all of these folders and files, but we need some of them. We have package JSON, where contains some commands for our developments. And obviously we need to install all the packages and libraries for JS development. Let's run npm run install and waiting until all these errors will be appeared. npm, I'm very sorry about this stupid command. And yes, we don't need to run npm run install, we need simply type npm install. Waiting, I think, also several minutes before all this stuff will be inside our project and we can continue. But before we are waiting, we can prepare some stuff inside our plugin. For example, here is one file, cursor rules. I think it is an old approach to make cursor a bit smarter, but I think it's working, it still works. And also what we have here, we can make this stuff, change this stuff, to make some restrictions for Git if you are going to use Git in your project. And also I think that's it. So after the JS environment is ready, we can run the main development command npm run start. So now we can go to web page creation. The idea is next. We need to create a page, a WordPress page, and get the HTML markup of our page. We need to split our HTML markup to sections, and each of these sections will be a Gutenberg block. Gutenberg block is created using React.js, and it will be fully editable via the admin panel. So first of all, let's create a new page. Let's name it home, and inside this page will be containing all our HTML markup with ability to be edited. So here is the inserter, and here we have several prepared Gutenberg blocks from WPPG Next, and we can use them as an example for our future block. The next is we need HTML markup. At the moment I don't have HTML markup, so I can simply create some small example and using HTML and Tailwind, and then make this example fully editable via the admin panel. And yes, how to do that? Here we have very simple Gutenberg block, not this one, simple server-side rendering, and this server-side rendering simple of that we can make changes of HTML inside this block, and these changes will be displayed immediately on our web page. Immediately, it means after the page refreshing. So let's publish this page and go to the front end. View page. And as you can see, we have this block inside our front end. Let's prepare the appearance of this page, because I think we we don't need these spaces, and at the moment we don't need this. Maybe okay. Let's keep the header and footer, but make this space a bit wider and remove this title to let us make the changes of all internal elements from this page. To make changes of this page, we need to click Edit Site, hold Ctrl K and click Edit Site. After this, the template of this page will be displayed. Okay, and here is the page template. In case you don't want to make changes of this template, you can simply create new one. Click here and all templates, add template. We can create front page, but at the moment I want to show you how to create custom template. To be able to use this template on any page, it's needed because the front page will be applied only if this page is set as home page on admin side, but this custom template can be used on any of the page, any internal pages of the website. So let's name it full viz and click create button. After this, we can obviously use the existing one, but let's make some changes of this template. You can open this inserter. You can see that we have three main groups, and here is the group I need right now. So we don't need thumbnail, we don't need title, we just need content, because this content will be receiving from this part. Here is content, here is title, and thumbnail can be uploaded right here. But we don't need on this page any of these elements, so we can simply move it like here and remove this stuff. And after this, we can make this full viz. Okay, it is full viz, and make this wrapper 100% and remove the side spaces. But for some reason we still have these gaps. Maybe we need to, I say maybe because these changes often depends on the theme we are using now. So yes, we need to make several more changes, and as you can see, we removed this side spaces, and we have our header, we have our body, I think, content and footer, but still we have these gaps right here, and maybe we can make changes of this margin. Let's remove the margin from top and from the bottom, and as you can see, these spaces are much smaller right now. Let's save the page. Yes, I know it's too many changes before we deep dive inside React.js development, but it's WordPress, so I'm sorry. Go to our page, refresh the page. Waiting until the page will be prepared for us, and click templates page. Here will be appeared change template, and now we can select full viz. As you can see, after selecting full viz template, the wideness of our page is changed. We still have these gaps here, but I think I'm almost sure they are only inside admin panel. Refresh the page, and yes, we have full viz template, and now we can create For example, let's create the header for this tutorial. Go to our file system. Okay. Okay, open the plugins, open the CRC folder. The CRC folder contains all the JavaScript we needed. For example, here is admin, frontend, and in this tutorial we won't be working with this part, but here is an React example and a React application example. And here in Gutenberg we have several Gutenberg blocks that can be used for our project. Okay, and yes, we have SSR simple Gutenberg block, and it is right here. This block is simple server-side rendering. In case you don't want to damage this block, you can simply copy this and rename this any way you wish. But in my case, I don't need this Gutenberg block, and yeah, I can make changes inside here, this, and then move forward. Okay, let's open the server-side rendering block, and as you can see, here we have simple HTML that can be used for our project. We have several PHP variables that contain some information, but we won't be using them right now, and we need this file simply only for HTML markup. After we create HTML markup, we can use this to work with React.js components, with Gutenberg components, Gutenberg blocks that based on React.js. If you have HTML, you can simply paste here entire HTML you have, and then refresh the page, you will get the appearance of this HTML. But I don't have this HTML, so I'm going to create simple header in this case to show you how step by step how to create a section, a Gutenberg block for WordPress website using React.js. Let's make some changes. First of all, let's open the colors. Tailwind colors to have the palette that we can use on our project. The next one, let's open some, but I think lorem ipsum will be written by cursor, so in the moment, yeah, no. And great. So let's create the HTML markup. We need div. We can the cursor decide some changes, but class, let's make some basic structure of this Gutenberg block. Let's name it. Let's add some Tailwind CSS classes, and yes, we need center container. We can use margin left, margin right auto, and cursor decides are to use max width 7 XL, but I think we can use here custom size for this purpose. And let's check if our block is, but I think no. Let's set some HTML, then we'll be checking what we have on front end. After this, we need to let's add some heading. H1 hello world. Let's add some lorem ipsum text, and to make this heading a bit longer, after this we can add some description. Let's add more description if cursor allows us. Lorem ipsum. Okay. Give me full lorem ipsum. Okay, accept. At the moment we have this long description, but we can, I think, remove some because it's too long right now. We have this description, and also we need to, maybe we need to add some button. Let's add div here and add some button right here. Button. The button will be inner block, so I won't be play lots of around this element, because I will be making these changes via the admin panel, via the Gutenberg editor. So, and let's add some styling for this element. We have this heading. We need to make also LG, not, I think, MD. Maybe we need to add some background gray 100. Let's see what colors we have. We can, I think we can use gradient here. So let's make gradient from BG. So from BG 900 to violet, to BG violet 950. So, and yes, as you can see, cursor is deciding to place white text to our header, because it won't be a nice appearance if we have black text on black gradient. And okay, let's obviously add some padding. Let's add some padding to our internal block, and maybe let's add some image also. Div, yes, image, and this image will be, at the moment we can comment this, but okay, we can make it full width. It will be inside our container full width, and height will be 500. Let's make it 600, and also we can aspect video, maybe in this case we don't need heading. Aspect video, background, we don't need background. Rounded, maybe SM. And by default, if we don't have image, we need to some placeholder. So let's add some text here. Span, maybe placeholder image, and this will be background gray 150, yes, 150 black, and the text will be white, text white, and text MD. Okay. Yes, also class for the image, and let's finally see what we have on our front end. Okay, we have some design right now. We have our gradient, we have the heading, but the heading, I don't like this. I need to make it bigger, and not bold but light, and text white. Maybe we need to make 7XL. Let's make it bigger. Yes, we have this text a bit bigger. By the way, how big text we can use? Ctrl F, size, font size. 7. Let's use 8 to make this a bit bigger. And what we have more? I think we need to make the spaces a bit bigger, because I don't like these small spaces. Let's add some more space. For example, 20. Then let's add some padding or margin bottom. Then also I think we need to add some flex or grid class to grid calls to gap 4, I think 12. Let's make this 4, and this gap we need to make, I think we need to wrap it, div, to be consistent, and let's at the moment add some classes to make this button visible, because at the moment, as you can see, we don't have this button right here. And let's refresh the page and as you can see, we have this nice design. In other case we will be using the mobile design, so I think this will be for MD, and yes, the same here. So on mobile, these elements will be one under another. Okay, this tutorial is like CSS, HTML CSS tutorial, but let me give several more changes and we move forward. Let's add some margin bottom and yes, much nicer. And one more change and that's it. I think we need to highlight some way strong sometimes cursor is not very smart, but and Ctrl X, Ctrl S. Okay, and yes, we can use this strong form to make this element other color, for example. Let's for this HTML add text yellow. Add text yellow and see what we have. Not very nice, but let's go back to Tailwind and see what colors we have. Yes, I need something like 300 and not text but background. And the text will be white. Text white and and font light. Also this we can remove, and finally we have this amazing design. Okay, let's add some line height. The last one, I promise, the last changes for this heading, because it's overlapping it and I don't like this. Ctrl F. Line height, okay, text, line height. Okay, we'll be using this one, and I hope this is enough. Yes, much better. So at the moment we have this header, and we can use this header for our future development. And I think it's a nice example to show you how text changing is working, how the inner block inserting using inner blocks is working, how the image changing is working for in Gutenberg blocks. Okay, the next step, we need to move this HTML to Gutenberg block, to React Gutenberg block, and make it editable. By the way, we can make this block editable right now. It will be, if you refresh the page, it will be, I hope, it will be the same like on the front end. And we can make this stuff editable right now. But this will be using PHP, and I want to show you how to make this Gutenberg block editable using React.js. So let's move further. We have several examples of Gutenberg blocks right here. For example, we have, let's see what we have under the hood. Under the hood, we will be creating static Gutenberg blocks, and as you mentioned, in server-side rendering we have PHP file, but inside static Gutenberg blocks we don't have PHP files, we have only JavaScript and CSS, and also JSON file. So we will be using this approach to create our block. And yes, we need, what we have? We have here, I think we can copy any of these blocks. For example, let's copy this one, Ctrl C, and this block will be using for our approach. Let's name it header, and I think this simple name is good, but you can name this block any way you wish. So we created the new folder, we go to cursor, and let's find this header right here. Here is our header, and we need start to make changes of this block. The first of all, we need to change the name. After this, we can change it to change the title to title to header and make some description. If you wish to make changes of the icon, because at the moment we have, as you can see, we have these icons, but if you wish some another icon, we have a list of icons here. Dash. Okay, we have website page dash icons, and here you can find lots of icons that you can use for your Gutenberg blocks, but also you can use SVG files for this approach. I won't be using SVG, and I need to find some small example to show you. Let's select some. Let's use this one. We can copy the name of this icon and go to our editor and replace the icon with this. After that, we need, here is our block JSON, and inside this JSON file we have to specify attributes that we will be using on our project. For example, we need attributes. That means, for example, header, description, image, and that's it at the moment. If you wish to change the background color, we can also specify the attribute for background color. And what we have here, let's remove at the moment background color, and first of all, title is a good example. Text button we won't be using because it will be inner block, and as you can see, we have these two attributes. By default, we can set some values by default. For example, this and this will be default values, and they will be appeared immediately after you add this block to the editor. So also we need image. For image we need several elements. Image ID, image URL, and and image alt text also can be useful for us in this case. But so next we need to move to edit.js file. In edit.js file we have lots of stuff we need to change, and we can import here some elements, some components, and set allowed blocks. I think allowed blocks we won't be using because, but okay, we can use allowed blocks. At the moment we will be using only button, core buttons, and template. We can also set buttons, and for button we can set some elements, URL, text, and etc. Let's find here button and learn more. And yes, this button okay, copy this element This element contains all the information we need, but we need to make changes, obviously, of this button in the future, because it is black and we need to change it in the future, but at the moment we can use this one. You can ask cursor to make changes, set his. And as you can see, the cursor added the button that we'll be using as template for this Gutenberg block. So next, we need to import the attributes we just created right here. So here we need to import title, description, image ID, image alternative text, and that's it. Also, here is some styles that we won't be using right now, and we can make changes of these use block props and remove the styles right now. Here we have inspector controls, and inside these inspector controls we can set some options for our block. At the moment I will name it header settings, and palette control. We won't be using any color changes in this block, so I just remove this palette control settings. After this, let's at the moment simply leave this blank and move forward. Here is the place where we can use our HTML markup. Finally, we created this HTML markup, and we can copy this and go to editor, and instead of all this stuff, we need inner blocks. Okay, instead of this, we will be using our HTML. At the moment we have class, and we need to replace class with class name, because it's React. And here, yes, and we have some comments, and we also need to replace them because it is React. And also we need to add this stuff right here, and we need to make changes of our class itself, because we need to use mounted class name inside block props. Each of the Gutenberg blocks creates their own class and lots of other stuff if we need. So let's add block props class name right here. After this we need, what we need after this, let's check, and we have these inner blocks. We can use these inner blocks inside our template. So here is our button, and we can replace this button with our inner blocks component. I think we don't need, okay, I was talking about this. At the moment we can use allows blocks, but if we don't need specify particular blocks, we don't use this and templates and allows blocks, because in that case we can set any blocks inside our Gutenberg block. Okay, let's quick see what we have, and yes, okay. After this we can register our Gutenberg block. Go to the index file, and here we can import header, and as you can see, all this compilation stuff is automatically made for us, and I think now we can check our block inside editor, but let's make one more change. I think this can cause some issues because I removed this from attributes. And let me check the save.js file at the moment. Okay. To avoid any issues, but in the future we will change this HTML also to display the changes on the front end. So this editor.js is for editor part, and this for saving this HTML to database. Let's go to our admin panel. Let's refresh the page. And what we have now, we can click plus button, and here we can find header Gutenberg block. Let's click it, and what we have, yes, we have our Gutenberg block, and now all the elements are from the JavaScript, not from PHP. How to check this? You can go simply here to blocks.json and set here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and here also make some changes. And after this, when you refresh the page and insert it one more time, you will get the changed title and description. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't apply the changes to edit.js file. So the title and description are static now. So, but in any case, let's check if the React.js file is working. So plus button, header, and yes, as you can see, we get this stuff from our React.js file. The next stuff is very interesting one, and we need to make these elements editable. To make these elements editable, we can use several approaches. For example, this heading can be used using can be edited using text control or rich text. We will be using both approaches in this file to make this more interactable or what. Let's sometimes cursor is making these strange movements. Okay. I simply want to make tabulation and move to this level of the file. Yes, and here we can start with title. Yes, title will be editable via the text control right here, and also we can use the rich control. Go here and rich text, I'm sorry. And as you can see, the cursor is set the classes and text domain, and yes, and at the moment we can remove the rich text, can remove the title and keep the rich text right here. After this we can set the description, and description also can be editable using text control and using rich text. So let's use rich text, As you can see, the rich text components have some elements right here, some value, unchanged functions, and placeholder and classes. And yes, why we need rich text and text control, I will show you in a minute. And yes, at the moment we added text control and rich text, but we need to import them. Sometimes importing of components are a bit frustrating for me, so you can find text control, for example, component inside existing blocks, for example here, and as you can see, the text control is imported from components, but there are components that are imported from block editor, and at the moment I need to text control. And as you can see here, rich text is from editor. So go back to our header Gutenberg block, and what we have here, we need to copy and paste it right here, remove extra import, and also here we can remove this one and add rich text. After these changes, I hope the texts will be editable via the admin panel, but let's check. Refresh the page. Okay, I think we can remove this for the moment. The HTML is inside our render PHP file, so let's make it much cleaner. Click plus button, add header, and yes, finally our default texts are coming from block.json file here and here. And also we can finally change it and write something. And it is editable, and also here. So it is rich text. As you can see, you can make changes using, just click on the heading and you make changes of this text. But also you can make changes via the text control. As you can see, they are synced, so yes, you can use they both. Why it's useful to use sometimes rich text and text control? It's because in case you want to hide this element, for example, you remove this text, and at the moment here is the empty place, you can simply go to the React file, and here you can make some conditional if description display this element. If we don't have description, we don't need to display this element right here. Let's make some changes and let's go back and refresh the page to see what we have. Okay, so I had to save the file, but so at the moment, as you can see, I remove this stuff and the element is gone. And in this case, if we only using rich text, we cannot make changes of this element. So we need this element to make it this stuff visible right here. Okay, I placed some bad element, but let's remove, and yes. Go to blocks.json and let's remove these numbers to make it nicer, and yes. The next stuff is we need to change the image. At the moment the image isn't editable, but we can fix it right now. So you have several Gutenberg blocks right here, and you can use them like an example. And for example, image cards, it's a wrapper of image cards item. So you can go here and see as what we have here. We have image ID, URL, alt text. Go to editor, edit.js, and we have several components that will help us to make the image changing for our element. Okay, we have lots of tabs opened. Let's close all the other tabs and keep only this one and our one. We need on select image. This function will be set the some data about image to our attributes, and we need set attributes remove image function that will set the attributes as empty, so it will be removing the image from our editor. Let's copy this, go to our header JS and go here, paste it right here. After this we need to be able to upload the images. So here is the example of how to use our image upload in Gutenberg block. You can simply copy this and paste to your page, to your block. It will be separate panel, and this panel will be responsible for image upload. So here we have header setting. I think it's maybe text settings, and it will be image settings. After this we need to check if the image is existing. We can see what it built right here, and if the image is set, we can display the image. In case not, we can display our default black square. Go here, and here we have our image, but let's make it right here, right now. And we need to place some classes here. Place classes, cover, maybe aspect video also, and remove it from here and add some ending text. And yes, so if the image is set, we display the image. Other case, we display the black square. And the last stuff to make this functional, we need to import the elements. So we need to import components. We need to import media upload check, and where is that? Is inside block editor, and we need media upload. Let's copy this and check what we have. Yes, we have button and range control we don't need. Control range control. Why we using the range control right here? We don't need range control. Text control alt text. Okay, it's for alternative text. I think it's needed here. And One more import. Button. We need button, I think. Yes. We use button to. We use button inside image upload component. So we made the changes. Let's go to our editor part and refresh the page. After we refreshed the page, we can remove this element and paste new one. As you can see, at the moment we have this one button, choose image, and we can select image from our PC or media library. Let me get some image and I'll back to you. Okay, I found some images in the internet and I can now upload this image right here and see what we have. Select, and as you can see, this image is inserted right here. And after all this stuff, we have all the elements editable, but still when we save, we don't have any results, any good results on the front end. Let's see. Saving and refresh the page. We have only learn more button. It's because we didn't set any HTML to the save.js file. Let's fix this stuff and make this nice design be visible via the front end. And okay, we need to go to our server-side rendering block, click render PHP and get all this stuff from here. Go back to header block, go to save.js file, and here we can replace existing HTML with our HTML. So let's copy this stuff and make some changes right here. And yes, it is red now because we have invalid HTML for React, but we are going to fix this stuff. And where our inner block? Here is our inner block, and yes, Ctrl S. But I forgot, I need to replace this with class name, and after that we set our HTML, we need to get attributes from our Gutenberg block. So go here and let's get title, description and other attributes here to display on our save.js. Here we can place rich text content, and let's check if the classes are here. Yes, they are. After this we can remove this. Then we can place here rich text content for our description, and after this we can set our image. Let's see if the cursor made it correctly. Cover contour. Okay, it's good. Yes, it's good. Let's make some changes. Placeholder. Okay, image ID. We don't use image ID right here, I think. The image ID image ID is needed for image upload feature, so with here we can remove this, and let's check what we have here. Let's refresh the page. Let's wait until it will be changed, and yes, I think this issue is because we don't have rich text imported inside save.js file. But let's check. Yes, rich text. And let's import it. Let's see here. Where is our rich text? Rich text is inside block editor. Let's import this and refresh the page one more time. Okay, great. It's working well, and you can see this issue, and it's normal because we changed the structure of save.js file. Previously, when we clicked the save button, this stuff was saved. This, if you remember that old small HTML, was saved to the database. And after we changed this one small, and after we changed our HTML, here is a conflict inside editor, because editor expects to see this HTML, but it sees this one. So what we need to do, simply click attempt recovery block, and after this we have some issue, one more issue. Okay, let's remove this. Remove and place new one. Yes, here we can place the image, place some changed text to see if it's working or not. Let's save and see what we have on the front end. Refresh the page. Yes, we have the changed all this stuff right here. The next, we have the two changes that we need to make to this block. First one is we need to make this highlighted letters yellow with black text. So we can select this text and click bold button and save. But as you can see, the text isn't yellow. To make this yellow, we need to use custom CSS rule in this case. Let's see what we have here. When you inspect the element, you can see that our block has its own unique name. We can use this class to make any changes for this block. So copy this class, go to the editor, go to assets, CSS, style, and here you can make changes of our block. So h1 strong, and let's make this yellow and color black. After we changed this, we can refresh the page and see what we have. As you can see, we have this change style. When you refresh the page, you will get the same styles under the editor, inside editor part. And yes, as you can see, we have this here. Okay, Great. And the one more feature that one more element that we need, it's this button. The button isn't very nice right now, and I want to fix this. We need to make changes of the background. Let's make it yellow. Let's make the text black. Maybe let's make it uppercase. Not appearance. Letter case. Let's make it medium. Yes, medium. And let's make the border radius a bit smaller. Okay, 10 I think enough. After this we can copy this element, copy it and go to our editor and ask cursor to make changes. Change to this. Make changes of the template for our button. Save and let's refresh the page. And see what we have. Remove the old one and add new header. Yes, cursor isn't very nice. Inserted this block very nicely, but let's see what we have. Some changes we need to make manually. Style. So the issue was we had to place paddings, spacings for this button because it didn't recognize default ones and made it very big. So after we made the changes, we can go to our editor, refresh the page. Remove the current block and add new one. Here is the button, the nice button, and let's check one more time if it's working. Let's place some stuff here. Let's change it right now. Let's add here changes. Let's add some image. Save the file. Save the page and let's see what we have on the front end. Refresh the page. Yes, it's working well. So that's it I wanted to show you. As you can see, it's not entire website, but if I will be making other sections, this tutorial will be very long. So this approach is useful for all the next sections. You can create each section as a Gutenberg block and add inside internal blocks, child blocks, and here in the CRC Gutenberg folder there is lots of examples of how to create child block and how to create how to connect child block to the parent block, how to make it available only for one block. Here is the extensions example. You can extend the core Gutenberg blocks of the WordPress, and there are several more examples. You can check them, but the tutorial was about how to create WordPress website using React, and I showed you the approach. I use this approach all the time for my projects. I create the websites using Gutenberg blocks, and this approach is, I think, for me, it's the best approach. Create section inside HTML, make separate Gutenberg block, and use it on any page of the website. So thank you for the watching. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Go to the WPPGnext website and generate your own WordPress plugin starter kit. There are lots of features except of Gutenberg blocks, but I won't be showing them right now. You can find on my channel lots of videos about WPPGnext. And yes, thank you very much. Have a nice day.